Goodbye in New Age, though I never knew you at all. You served a greater purpose that no other round you could. They crawled out of the fast lane, they were choking on your exhaust. They showed you a hand sign and called you several names. Now it seems to me you spent your life with no mats upon the floor, never knowing what would fling to when the brakes jammed in. And I would have liked to scrap you, 'cause you were such a wreck. Your brake drums burned out long before your gearbox ever did. Starting you was tough, toughest ever we had to start. Replacing those starters was the greatest price we paid. Just to keep you going, oh, logistics still hounded you when you failed your MOT. And then your whole exhaust just blew. And it seems to me you spent your life with no handles on the doors, never knowing what to cling to as the rain came in. And I would have liked to scrap you, 'cause you were such a wreck. Your gear burst bombed out long before the engine ever did. Several years have passed since your windows rolled up at all. You had ice upon to hold yourself together while you crawl. Rust instead of chrome glimmers as you carry on alone. All others would have abandoned you somewhere along the side of the road. And it seems to me you spent your life with no headlights on the road, never knowing where to turn to when the dark set in. And I would have liked to scrap you, 'cause you were such a wreck. Your engine burned out long before your second engine did. Yes, your drivers gave up long before your second engine did.
When I was a young man, I carried my pick, and I lived the free life of the working. I cracked many a joke about the old Basingstoke and the marriage of Andy and Fergie. Nothing else rhymes. Then in June '88, Alan Jervis said, "Son, it's time to stop rambling, 'cause there's work to be done." So he gave me a hard hat and a big piling gun, and he sent me away to the Mont. And my palmer said, "It's not a problem." He said, "Trust me, it's going to be fine." finished in weeks, and who cares if it leaks? Because they all do, at least all of mine. Well, I remember that terrible camp, and the terrible lessons it taught us. The mud and the cold and the smell and the damp, and that's just the work sleeping quarters. If you must spend your holiday at Aston Locks and don't want to come back in a big wooden box, get yourself a new hard hat and lots of clean socks, and don't take no notice of Palmer. Like Palmer said, it's not a problem. He said, trust me, it'll all be okay. And we trusted him then, and again and again. There's one born every minute, they say. Well, those who survived it came back the next year to that mad world of mud, tea and porridge. And for 10 young years we all drank lots of beer, which Mike didn't do much to discourage. Then he said, it's all finished, you can all stay in bed. And we didn't know what we could work on instead, or whether to believe what Mike Palmer had said. Never knew if the bastard was lying. And no more I'll go working at Aston, for we finished locks 1, 2 and 3. And the boaters all moor where the pump was before. No more working at Aston for me. They collected us up and we stood in the rain to watch the official reopening. The gormless, the legless, the daft and insane, and the one who got locked up for groping. And I saw the old transits all knackered and bent, and I looked at the place where the Elsan once went, and the old punch bowl in where our money was all spent, and I knew why the landlord was crying. And Mike Palmer said, it's not a problem. He said, trust me, it'll all be okay. But they trust him no more, 'cause they've heard that before, and they turn their faces away. And now every summer I stand on the bank and watch all the boats pass before me. I hear the old navvies reliving each camp, and you won't believe how much they bore me. I hear the old jokes that we've all heard before, and the younger ones laugh and say, tell us some more. And the boaters all say, what's that monorail for? I ask myself the same question. My Palmer says, it's not a problem. He says, trust me, there's nothing much to it. There's a couple of leaks, can you manage next week? I reckon one more camp should do it.